This is a short feature about my recent trip to the war-torn country of Afghanistan to assist with the relaunch of the NATO and ISAF-run radio station Radio Bayan. My journey departed from Heathrow, then via Dubai, I flew with Afghan national carrier Safi into Kabul. Here you can see shots taken from the window as the flight descends into Kabul airport, with the snow-capped Hindu Kush in the background. There's only one airport in Kabul, so as well as being used for domestic and international aircraft, it's also used by the military too. This is a picture I actually took off the internet, as there are signs up everywhere strictly stating no photography. We're now on the journey from Kabul International Airport to the Green Zone, a vast area of the capital city that's been taken over and fortified by NATO and ISAF, that's the International Security and Assistance Force. Now, I'm not the kind of person that scares easily, though this was more than a little daunting.
Look at this guy.
And that's despite being transported in this armoured land cruiser. In fact, there's a massive fleet of armoured vehicles used by the military. Here you can see the interior of one with the second armoured door. And that tall cylinder is a radio jammer. There's no chance of getting a signal on your mobile phone if you're in the immediate vicinity. So, a quick look at life behind the wire before we get onto the work I was actually doing there. I was told beforehand that it must be pretty similar to living in an open prison. You're free to come and go pretty much where you want, as long as it's within the confined area. Here's the accommodation block where I was billeted, and this was my room. I had it to myself for most of the time, and a regular toilet block here, and one for special occasions. Being in a Muslim country, the whole base is dry, so this was the nearest you get to enjoying a beer. They call this a near beer, though there are water dumps like this all over the place. You just help yourself. The green zone is expanding, so the blast walls are being moved. To give you an idea of their size, here I am, stood against one. A few more pictures. There are helicopters taking off and landing all of the time. They always travel in pairs. The nice, peaceful, tranquil garden where we enjoyed our coffee or burgers and so on. You can see one of the city's original buildings in the background between the gaps in the blast wall. And to give you an idea of the vast size of the compound, those buildings along the horizon are still within the green zone and make up part of the US Embassy. I'm told it's the largest US Embassy anywhere in the world. And finally, onto the reason for being there. Here I am, coaching and directing one of the Afghan voiceovers in the studio, before Tom and myself set about mixing down the brand new imaging for Radio Bayan. The station broadcasts in two Afghan languages, Pashto and Dari, and though I originally thought the radio station just covered the capital city of Kabul, in fact, it broadcasts across the entire country. There were two aspects to my work. The first was to teach the Afghan locals and NATO and ISAF employed internationals how to write effective public service messages. The subjects covered included the reintegration of former insurgents, efforts to encourage farmers to grow crops other than poppies, education and public welfare, and support and recruitment for the Afghan National Police and Army, and so on. And the other aspect, here's a short montage of the imaging, the station identification, now broadcasting across the entire country of Afghanistan, from Radio Bayan.
رادیو بیان از بدخشان تا قندهار و مسیر آن روی موج 88.5 FM.
رادیو بیان.
بیان رادیو ستاسو رادیو د هېواد په ختیځ کې. په هر غړی کې د هېواد
بیان
سیمه او نړۍ خبرونه
رادیو بیان با اخبار و معلومات تازه 24 ساعت در سراسر افغانستان.
همدا اوس خپل پیغام په 0 885 885 ټلیفون شمیرې راواستوئ
رادیو بیان
او یا هم په بیان@gmail.com برېښنالیک له بیان رادیو 88.5 FM سره په اړیکه کې شئ. بیان رادیو له غوره موسیقۍ سره 4 ساعته په ټول افغانستان کې. بیان رادیو له کابل تر مزار شریف پورې او په هغه لور په 88.5 FM څپو کې.
رادیو بیان.
بیان رادیو په فیسبوک کې وڅارئ.